Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'd like to share with you a personal experience that I recently went through. An experience that challenged me in a way. Over the years, I thought I developed really impressive set of coping skills, especially after my burnout in 2014 and my complete breakdown. Over the years, I worked with mentors, coaches, therapists, read tons of self-help books. I worked on myself really hard. I learned mindfulness and I learned how to become resilient in face of adversities. However, during my recent travel overseas, I was challenged. I had to travel overseas urgently to see my mom, who was sick and in the hospital. Flying home to my birth country was long. I had to land in different city, take a private cab to my birth city. I was happy to see my mom, my brother, and his family, and to see friends and relatives I have not seen in years. But here's what happened. This happiness quickly was replaced by a feeling of sadness, anger, frustration. I became very emotional. Here is why. I started listening to people's stories. 1 story, 2, 5, 10, 20. Then I started to feel something shifting inside of me. I am a happy person. I feel content. It's hard for me to get really upset. I do get upset, but it's hard for me to get really upset, and I am able to get myself out of it again with the tools I learned and acquired over the years. Here's what I experienced. I experienced people's emotions. As an empath and a highly sensitive person, I learned to protect myself over the years by creating a shield, by practicing mindfulness and meditation. But the experience was more powerful than the tools and the wisdom I have acquired over the years. I absorbed people energy. And I found myself crying. I found myself feeling emotional. I listened to stories about poverty, oppression, suppression, fear, uncertainty, lack of purpose. I listened to people suffer, true suffering. And I absorbed it. And I felt it. I felt the power of their pain. Then I had to do something to protect my energy and to protect me as a human. Empathy is okay. Empathy is when you feel for other people. It's basically putting yourself in their shoes. Then I had to remind myself to practice compassion. Compassion is helping people in their suffering. And that was a shift in my mindset. How did I do that? During my trip, I couldn't practice meditation or mindfulness because, let's face it, there are no boundaries over there. You wake up in the morning, people are there visiting. You go to bed at night, people are still there. So I couldn't do what I usually do, which is my morning meditation, my time alone, which is sacred to me when I am home or even on vacation. This was not a vacation. When I found myself in a difficult situation, I had to excuse myself and say, I need to go. And that I did. So I went for walks and I found a spot that was beautiful. A beach. It's Mediterranean Sea, sparkly water. A sea sound, the waves, the seagull. People just sitting there, admiring the view. A couple people swimming. Somebody who is just sitting there, just looking out at what? I don't know. Hope, future. Couple people fishing with their fishing rods. And I found my happy place in the middle of adversity. I inhaled, absorbed the beauty of that place. And I immediately felt better. I went back and started to listen to more stories. However, I shielded myself. I shielded myself with protection. Did not mean I did not have empathy or compassion. It meant in order for me to continue to give and serve the way I want to, the way I am destined to, I needed to protect me. Practicing compassion is essential for our well-being. I would encourage you to practice compassion. Compassion to self, and then compassion to others. When I came back home, I reflected on my experience. I was able to help so many people just by listening to them, just by listening to their suffering, just listening to the stories without absorbing it. I received so many thank yous. I received so many grateful notes. I felt touched by the positive and positivity of the people. I learned a valuable lesson. We are work in progress. No one is immune to suffering. Is what we do with what we have and how we react to it is what's important. I hope this is helpful to someone today, somewhere. I hope this is helpful. If I can help one person, I have done my job. If you like this episode, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Love you all.